more loud, please? But bersemangat. Can you speak more semangat? How are you today? Okay, then that's the spirit. As the Indonesian proverb says that tak kenal maka sayang. So I'll introduce myself and the speaker today. My name is Maria, and the speaker today, Ardo. We're from grade 12 Sciences, and I'm here as a moderator. And yeah, so without lingering any longer, we'll be given the opportunity and chances to Ardo for your presentation.
Good morning, sister, brother, teachers, my fellow friends, and honorable mention for the house. So, before we start, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Arnoldus Janssen Kupang. I go by Ardo. I am a 12th grader. So, memory, back to the presentation. So, today's agenda consists of 5 topics. First being brief introduction, what are friends, how are friends created, what's so important about friendships throughout history, and last of all, the conclusion, which I simplified. So a little bit in on the brief introduction. What is true friendship? True friendship can be defined or in different kind of ways. Although in today's presentation I brought a bit of a topic on what is true friendship. True friendship is commonly conveyed or portrayed as mutual unconditional love. This type of feeling of love is sort of different to how our parents show their love, or our family members as well, or even our partners as a whole. This type of feeling or love as our friends as our families continue to present their love to us, they will always show their unconditional love. They will not judge you or think highly less of you, no matter how troublesome you are. As a wise person once said, each friend represents a world in us. And only then, a world is possibly not born until it's alive. Only in that encounter, the new world can emerge. Next is, what are friends? Friends are those who laugh in embarrassing situations, no matter the situation. And they will fight for you in any difficult situation whatsoever. They are the one through which you can say or express your thought or any consent. Because no matter what, they are your friends. And as our friends represent our good times, and as well the times when we need them the most. How are friendships created? Friendships, what are friendships? Friendships all start off differently. There are ones where they start off enemies to becoming the bestest of friends. However, communication, usually the most common way a friendship is formed is through relating or communication, breaking through the everyday conversation that otherwise trivial interactions that form the fabric of so-called friendship. Or in other words, which I simplified, friendship is a bond created through familiar interest with another person. What is so important about friendship? There are many beneficial ways on having a friend, such as healthy habits. Healthy habits by nurturing strong social connections and cultivating healthy habits within our social circle. These friends of ours will usually encourage us to live a more healthier life, which kind of shows how much they care for us. Second is sharing secrets. We all have that one awaited secret that we've been meaning to tell our friends all week. These secrets are like treasures to them, as they might even carry to their grave if they need to. So they're kind of like a locker in a way. Third is boost self-confidence. We've all been there when we've doubted ourselves in taking decisions thoroughly, but that's where our friends come along. They will never doubt in our abilities without acknowledging this situation. They will always be there to encourage us in any difficult situations and allow us to identify and gain confidence in our abilities and with our decisions. Fourth, cure for loneliness. As being lonely is kind of difficult in this period of time, as it will become a little bit difficult to adjust to loneliness in this accursed world. So friends are the ones who cure the sign of loneliness and allow to engage with themselves. They can be considered as a full-time companionship for everyone, or even a stranger's party, meetings, partners, and etc. Even in the class bench, and which are always present by our side. The importance of friendship is so vast that without friends, our life is merely black and white, or in other words, boring. No one wants a boring life, do we? Fifth, a sense of belonging. A sense of belonging, we all want to know that we matter to others, that our life has a purpose. Friends prevent isolation and loneliness, and give you a chance of a needed companionship. Two, friendships can bring joy and reduce your stress. So they're like sort of like a doctor in a way. They would love and support us and boost our sense of belonging. Six is empathy. Friends offer understandings, empathy and encouragement, enhancing our overall well-being and happiness. They also provide opportunities for personal growth. And last of all is emotional support. Friends provide emotional support if you find yourself going through a hard time. Having a friend to help you get through emotional breakdowns is way easier. Friends also play a significant role in promoting our overall health. Next is friendships throughout history. During the Enlightenment, the age of Enlightenment, a European intellectual movement of the 17th and 18th centuries brought new changes in the concept of friendship. During this time, the belief became that friends needed to be equal in order to be friends. No particle or personal gain was required. And the expansion of empires literally rose and more people became educated. The religious perceptions of friendship also shifted towards loving your friends and neighbor and not expecting anything in return. Throughout the Middle Ages, the early Middle Ages, 500 to 1400 BC, marked a period of economic and territorial expansion and structuring of secular and religious institutions. It was the era of the Crusades, Gothic art and architecture. Establishment of the papacy in Rome. It was also the birth of the university and education, the recovery of ancient Greek thoughts and soaring intellectual achievements. Friendship began to change as religious beliefs played an important role in a life centered on the life of Christ. This meant being united in love and care for family. In the Renaissance era, the history of friendship for social and political gain continued throughout the Renaissance era, 1450 to 1600. Men in particular behaved according to the terms of personal obligations owed to parentage and mission, relatives, neighbors, and friends, or in English. And an individual was intertwined from birth to death to a network of overlapping circles of personal associates, including relatives by marriage, neighbors, friends, bound by honor to assist and promote them all in endeavors. And last of all, the conclusion which I simplified: friendship is a close relationship between two or more people who care about and support each other. That is all for my presentation. Thank you.
Now we'll be entertained by performance band. Okay, let us get and stand up. Thank you, the Baku Cakar Band and Nabila. And now we're coming to the next agenda. It is question and answer. And for each season, in this agenda we'll have 2 seasons. And for each season we'll have 3 questions. So yeah, do you guys have any questions about our presentations today?
Okay, thank you for the opportunity given to me. So, based on Arnoldus' presentation, I have a question. It's, have you ever experienced a toxic friendship? And could you tell us how is it created and how can us avoid that? That's all for me, thank you.
Hi, thanks again for the opportunity and chance given to me. So, your question was, have I experienced any conflicts in my relationship or how it started? So, yes, back when I was younger, I did experience some kind of a toxic relationship with my friends. At that time, I was around 7 years old, I think. I was still in Australia. I was still a third grade, if I'm not wrong. And there was this kid who would pick on literally anyone he sees or hates. Even the slightest disability would pick on me. And at that time, I recently just was transferred to that school, and on the first day, this guy, let's name him Luke. Okay, Luke. That day, that was a devastating day. It was, in it. I don't really know how to convey these words out of my mouth, but as far off I can say is that yes, I did. And how this happened was because maybe I was still a new student, and the effects are actually a lot of facts that could contribute into misleading oneself into a bad habit, such as depression, or by ruining their self-esteem, their self-confidence, as well-being and their happiness. Did you get that? How do I avoid that? Based on my experience, to avoid a conflict situation in a relationship, I guess you could start by ignoring him and start by focusing on yourself rather than, use those words as, I don't know, a bringer to your health. That was all from me. Any more questions?
Thank you for the time. I don't have a question, but I just want to add some additions about your presentation about the importance of having a friends. So me personally think that articles of yours presentations is a good articles and have a lot of importance for our social life. And honestly, to be having a friends is good things that we have to do in our social life, right? But me personally, I want to add some additions, like your presentation importance of having friends is like you have to add some reliable sources that can make your presentations or your argumentations about having a friends more strength. Okay, that's all. That's it. And in having a friends, to answer our friends' question, that to avoid toxic friends, you have to be selective in having a good friends, right? So, in the journals from Harold says that in having a good friends or be selective in choose friends is better to make ourselves more healthier. It is better to having a good friends. And in his article says that having good friends is better than having it's better than you take 20 cigarettes per day. So I think that's all for me. Thank you.
Okay then, because there's no more questions, now we're coming to the last agenda, and before we close our presentation today, I really thank Ardo for taking our presentation today, and all of the audience, teachers, and that's all. We're really sorry if we had a mistake, and thank you.